Chapter 61, Yours. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Oof. My everything. Hot Pepper wailed from the ground as the driver of the red sports car got out. You okay? She asked. Oh, my gosh, lady, how are you driving? You can't just run people over. Hot Pepper exaggerated. Sorry, I didn't see anyone on the side of the road. I'm dying here. This is gonna cost you, like, 10 grand. Hot Pepper was really hamming it up. 10 grand. The driver seemed taken aback by Hot Pepper's appearance. Sis. Hot Pepper was equally stunned. It was Fire Kiss. Hot Pepper. Fire Kiss frowned. Hot Pepper scrambled to his feet and tried to bolt, but Fire Kiss grabbed him. Seriously, Hot Pepper. You're running this scam now. Trying to get money by faking injuries. Fire Kiss scolded. I'm sorry, sis, Hot Pepper mumbled, hanging his head. Fire Kiss, what's going on? Yiqingxue and the others got out of the car. Master. Hot Pepper gasped when he saw Xia Xia. Oh. Xia Tian was surprised too. Hot Pepper was Fire Kiss's sister. He should be loaded, so why was he pulling this stunt? You two know each other? Fire Kiss asked. We're classmates, Xia Xia said. No, he's my master. Hot Pepper blurted out. I'm not your master, Xia Xia said, shaking his head. Yes, you are. I ran away from home so I could learn kung fu from you. I made a huge sacrifice for you. Hot Pepper insisted. What's that got to do with me? Xia Xia asked, looking confused. It's you again. Fire Kiss glared at Xia Xia. She was about to lose it. She felt like summer was her personal curse. Whenever he showed up, her luck went straight down the drain. Sis, I don't live far from here, we can walk. Fire Kiss looked at Hot Pepper and nodded. Okay, but be careful. Don't worry, summer's here, Yiqingxue said, feeling safe just being near him. That's exactly why I said to be careful. Fire Kiss snapped at Xia Tian. Xia Xia felt totally innocent. He was getting blamed for everything. Fire Kiss hated him for no reason. After saying goodbye to Fire Kiss, the three headed towards Yiqingxue's place. I'm starving, Xia Tian announced. You're always hungry. You can eat whenever you want. Yiqingxue retorted, they'd been through a lot tonight and barely ate, so they were in no mood for a real dinner. He really hasn't had anything to eat. Isn't there a barbecue place downstairs? Let's go there, Bing Xian suggested. Even you're taking his side, Yiqingxue said. As they approached the barbecue stand, they saw an unwelcome sight. Qingxue, you're finally back. I've been waiting for you, Wang Nianlin said. He'd been sitting there because it was the only way to Yiqingxue's place. Ugh, you again. Didn't I tell you last time that I have a boyfriend? Yiqingxue frowned. You said boyfriend. As long as you're not married, I still have a chance. Wang Nianlin pulled out a car key and held it out. I know you don't have a car yet. This one's for you. I picked it out myself. Wang Nianlin pointed to a red BMW parked on the left. I don't want it, Yiqingxue said. Qingxue, it would be so much easier for you to have a car. I just saw you walking. It's not safe out here at night. Wang Nianlin had clearly seen them. With summer around, there's no danger, Yiqingxue said, taking Xia's arm. Wang Nianlin looked Summer up and down, taking in his bargain bin clothes. Where's your car? Wang Nianlin sneered. Wasn't that last one just borrowed? Nope, it's a friend's, Xia Xia replied. So borrowed. What does your father do? Wang Nianlin asked. He's dead, Xia Xia said, picking up the menu. Ha! Wang Nianlin laughed. What kind of business does your family own? We have a bungalow in the suburbs. Xia called the owner over after marking his choices. Hey, can you start on this stuff? Ha! I can't believe you think you deserve Qingxue. Wang Yanlin roared with laughter. Doesn't matter what you think, Xia Tian said, looking up at Wang Yanlin. I have a car. I can buy her $1 million car anytime. Can you? Wang Yanlin asked. She likes me, not you. My father's the CEO of Wang's Pharmaceuticals and owns 17% of the company, Wang Yanlin continued. She likes me, not you. My family owns 6 properties, each at least 2,000 square feet, Wang Yanlin said. She likes me, not you. Humph. Wang Yanlin thought Summer was being completely unreasonable, so he turned to Yi Qingxue. Qingxue, this guy's not good enough for you. Only I can make you happy. I like him, and I don't like you, Yi Qingxue said, echoing Summer. Heh heh. Bing Xian couldn't help but giggle. In her eyes, Wang Yanlin was just a clown. Wang Yanlin felt pretty humiliated. Looking at the keys in his hand, he put them in front of Yi Qingxue. Wang Yanlin doesn't take back what he offers. Gimme those. Of course. Xia Tian grinned, picking up the BMW keys. Yi Qingxue was confused by his actions. Huh, you're a smart guy. If you leave Qingxue, I'll get you another car, or just give you the cash, Wang Yanlin smiled. He figured Summer was just in it for the money and wouldn't turn down the BMW. It's too good for a guy like you, Xia Tian said. Finally, someone who appreciates the finer things, Wang Yanlin said with a nod. Xia looked at the keys, stood up, and walked behind him. There was a homeless man begging. He looked incredibly pathetic. See that red BMW? It's yours. Chapter 62, See you again. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The homeless guy stared at Xia Tian, his face a mask of disbelief. For me? He croaked. Yeah, you want it or should I find someone else? Xia Tian asked, already a bit impatient. Yes, of course, I want it. The man practically shouted. Better not regret it when you're driving away, Xia Tian warned. The homeless guy shot to his feet, revealing the truth. His supposed lame leg was a complete fake. He'd been propped up on a gourd, with his real leg tucked into the sewer to give the illusion of a disability. Hearing Xia Tian's words, he bolted towards the red BMW. Back where he was, Wang Yanlin's face was turning purple with rage. Idiot, Xia Tian muttered without even looking up. Who you calling an idiot? Wang Yanlin snarled, glaring at Xia Tian. Think I just call anyone an idiot? I'm calling you an idiot, and that's me being nice, Xia Tian shot back. Okay, you want to play it that way, Wang Yanlin said, fuming. I wonder if that guy even knows how to drive, Xia Tian chuckled to himself. Fine, you're a piece of work. Wang Yanlin spun around and took off after the beggar. The beggar saw him coming, jumped into the car, started the engine, slammed his foot on the gas, and the car lurched forward. Red light. Wang Yanlin yelled, but it was too late. The car was moving too fast. A deafening crash echoed as the BMW plowed into 4 or 5 other cars. Oh my God, my car. Wang Yanlin moaned, feeling a headache coming on. Staring at the chain reaction pileup, Wang Yanlin bellowed, Xia Tian, you screwed me. That he continued ranting. It's my car, and all the paperwork is in my name, but I didn't give him permission to drive it. Insurance won't cover this. I'll have to pay for all those cars myself. Wang Yanlin surveyed the damage, taking in the luxury cars now crumpled before him. This beggar knows how to pick his targets. Wang Yanlin definitely got burned this time, Yi Qingxue said to Xia Tian with a grin. Seeing the accident scene, Wang Yanlin grabbed his phone and called for a tow truck. This was a disaster. He lost face, lost money, and was probably in for a world of trouble. He grimaced at the wreckage. Later, at a nearby bar, Wang Yanlin was drowning his sorrows. It had been a truly awful day. Hey, Brother Liang, have one with us. We're counting on you. We're all brothers here. Brother Liang, I've been running this town for years. Everyone from the cops to the gangsters knows me. That's right. Brother Liang's got a rep. Suddenly, smash, the glass in Brother Liang's hand shattered on the floor. Hey, watch it, you blind idiot, one of his boys growled at the guy who bumped into him. Sorry, I didn't mean to, the man started to apologize. But then the 4 or 5 guys at the table behind him stood up, looking for a fight. What's the deal, wanna go? The group advanced as one, bang, bang. Zhu Liang grabbed a nearby bottle and smashed it over the man's head without hesitation. After a brief but brutal melee, the 5 men were a bloody mess. Damn, you don't know who Brother Liang is? Brother Liang, I messed up, one of them pleaded. Get out of here. Zhu Liang barked. He didn't want trouble with the owner of the bar, Wang Yanlin, who was trying to drink himself into oblivion, noticed the commotion. He'd seen Zhu Liang's ruthlessness up close. The anger he'd been suppressing all day surged back, and he marched straight over to Zhu Liang's table. You're Brother Liang, right? He asked. Yeah, so. Zhu Liang looked up at Wang Yanlin. Wang Yanlin pulled 20 grand from his wallet and slammed it on the table. Help me take care of someone, and I'll give you another 30 when it's done. Who is it? Zhu Liang asked, his eyes narrowing. He did this kind of thing all the time, but he had to know who he was dealing with. He wasn't about to mess with the mayor's son or anything like that. You don't need to know. He's at a barbecue place not far from here. I'll point him out to you, Wang Yanlin said casually. All right. Zhu Liang figured anyone eating at a roadside barbecue joint couldn't be that important, 50 grand just to rough someone up. Score. This barbecue's amazing, Xia Tian said happily, savoring a skewer. If you like this, you gotta try the barbecue up north. That's where the real barbecue is, Bing Xian said, obviously enjoying her meal as much as Xia Tian was. Yi Qingxue only picked at some grilled vegetables. She didn't have a big appetite, and she wasn't crazy about junk food. You been up north? Xia Tian asked. Yeah, that's where I'm from, Bing Xian nodded. So why'd you come all this way for school? Xia Tian asked, mouth full. I can't stand my family, Bing Xian said flatly. You ran away from home, Xia Tian said, amused. Yep, Bing Xian said without the slightest regret. Well, talk about a small world. Didn't expect to find you here, Zhu Liang said, stepping up to Xia Tian's table with his 4 goons in tow. When Wang Yanlin had pointed out his target from across the street, Zhu Liang realized it was Xia Tian. He'd been planning on dealing with Xia Tian anyway. Now he was getting paid for it. A gift from the heavens. Who are you? Xia Tian asked. We met just a few hours ago. Stop pretending you don't know me, okay? Zhu Liang said, a sneer curling his lip. That's right, punk. You disrespected Brother Liang. You ain't leaving this place in one piece, one of the thugs yelled at Xia Tian. Oh! Xia Tian exclaimed, then a sly grin spread across his face. Now I remember. You're the guy who fell into the sewage pit and had to stay there for 3 hours. When you were pulled out, you were burping and wiping your mouth, right? You've messed with the wrong guy, buddy, Zhu Liang hissed, then waved to his crew. In the distance, Wang Yanlin was practically rubbing his hands with glee. You dare mess with me? This is what you get. The 4 thugs grabbed plastic chairs and charged at Xia Tian. Xia Tian calmly set down his skewer, then spun around and delivered a haymaker that connected with the first guy's face, sending him flying. He followed that up with a kick to another guy's chest, sending him sprawling into the other 2. Zhu Liang said, surprised by the sudden turn. He hadn't expected his target to be so quick. Guess you got some moves after all. Zhu Liang grabbed a nearby beer bottle. The other patrons had scattered as soon as the fighting started. You got 2, I can tell. Not many people can say they burped after sinking that low. Xia Tian sighed dramatically. You're asking for it, Brother Liang roared, swinging the bottle at Xia Tian's head, smash. The bottle shattered, but not on Xia Tian's head. Instead, it exploded against Zhu Liang's own skull. Zhu Liang's face went slack with disbelief as blood streamed down his face, click, star. Zhu Liang's first sensation was that his right arm was broken. His second was pure, blinding pain. Chapter 63, Polite Harassment. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Crap, it's broken. Zhu Liang yelped. My bad, you're kind of lopsided, Xia said, all apologetic, snap, star. Zhu Liang's first thought was that his left arm was busted too, and his second thought was, man, this hurts. Ah! Broken again. Zhu Liang screamed. Does it hurt? Xia asked, looking at Zhu Liang. The dude wasn't so tough anymore, he was a limp mess on the ground. His boys were huddled together, too scared to move. Yeah, it hurts. Zhu Liang said, fear in his eyes. Not the sharpest tool in the shed, are ya? Xia said dryly. Dude, please. Just let me go. Zhu Liang begged. Pay up, and you're outta here, Xia said, picking up his skewers and going back to eating. Zhu Liang's crew rushed to help him up. One of them pulled a wad of cash from his pocket, slapped it on the table, and they all bolted. Zhu Liang knew he'd been played. He thought he was gonna make some quick cash, but now his hustle was wrecked, and his arm was busted. He needed to find a hospital, ASAP. Wang Yanlin had seen the whole thing go down. At first, he was looking forward to laughing at Xia, but he realized he'd messed up. Xia was fine, it was the guys he hired who got their butts kicked. Losers. Total losers. Wang Yanlin chased after Zhu Liang. If the job's not done, the money's gotta come back to me. That he made sure to take a roundabout route so Yi Qingxue wouldn't see him and think Zhu Liang was someone he knew. After chasing them for 10 minutes, he finally caught up. You sorry excuses. You couldn't handle one simple thing. You better cough up my money. Are you kidding me? You should be paying me for this beatdown. Teach him a lesson, you too. Zhu Liang was already ticked off, and he couldn't believe Wang Yanlin was trying to shake him down. He was more than happy to take it out on Wang Yanlin. Poor Wang Yanlin became Zhu Liang's personal punching bag. Don't let me see your face again, Zhu Liang said, giving Wang Yanlin a couple of kicks before leaving. Wang Yanlin, wiping blood from his mouth, felt like he was having the worst day ever. Xia, Zhu Liang, you haven't heard the last of me. Why are you always fighting now? Yi Qingxue said, looking at Xia with disapproval. Hey, they started it, Xia shrugged. I saw it, those guys had it coming, Bianque said, taking Xia's side. I'm starting to think you've got a thing for Xia. You're always defending him, Yi Qingxue said, glaring at Bianque. Come on. I'm just curious about him, Bianque mumbled, looking down. Xia was the reason they were having a barbecue in the first place. Bianque barely ate anything, and Yi Qingxue hardly touched it. After they finished, the three of them walked back to Yi Qingxue's place. Back in his room, Xia flopped onto the bed while his cousin and Bianque took showers in the bathroom. A little later, knock, star. Come in, Xia called out, opening his door. I brought you a plate of fruit, Bianque said, wearing conservative, pink pajamas. Oh, thanks, Xia said, taking the plate. Guess what I'm wearing underneath? Bianque asked with a mischievous smile. Nothing, Xia said lazily. Wow, I guess you're right. Are you wearing X-ray glasses, or are you like Superman with X-ray vision? Bianque asked, excited. Have you been watching too many sci-fi movies? Xia said, rolling his eyes. Then how did you know I wasn't wearing anything? Bianque asked, unconvinced. If you don't believe me, take a look for yourself, Xia said, pointing at Bianque's chest. It was pretty obvious. Ah! You perv! Bianque squealed, turning and running away. Weird. She brought it to my door to show me and then calls me a perv, Xia muttered, closing the door. Lying in bed, Xia was asleep in no time. The best thing about the Tianqing Ju was that it helped him sleep soundly and wake up refreshed. After a morning run, Xia bought breakfast for the girls. With the college entrance exam coming up, he decided to head back to school. Hey, walking to school. Want a ride? A car pulled up beside Xia, and the window rolled down to reveal Su Xiaozong and Wenya. Wenya looked totally different now than before. She used to dress simply, but now she was decked out in elegant, expensive clothes, dripping in designer labels, and looking very flashy. I'm feeling good. Looks like you're all healed up, Xia said, continuing his jog. Summer, why don't you just get in? It's better than walking, Wenya said, looking at Xia with a sneer. In her eyes, he was just a clown. She used to have a thing for him, but after spending time with Su Xiaozong, she realized how great it was to have money. Walking is safe, driving can cause accidents, Xia said, knowing that Wenya was no longer the girl he used to know. It's okay, my family's got plenty of money. We can fix it, Su Xiaozong said sarcastically. Gotta go. Later, loser. Xia smiled slightly, crash, starred at a car slammed into Su Xiaozong's rear end. What the heck? Why aren't the brakes working? Su Xiaozong said, annoyed. Luckily, he hadn't been speeding, or he could have been seriously hurt. Walking is safer, Xia said, shaking his head and continuing to run. Damn it! Son of a. Su Xiaozong was even more pissed off when he saw Xia's smug look. Don't worry, I'll get back at him later in class. You just wait and see, Wenya said, a hint of malice in her voice. When they got to class, Su Xiaozong and Wenya arrived soon after. Fire was missing, Fire Kiss must have locked her up. Su Xiaozong glared at Xia. He'd had to call a tow truck, pay for the damage to the other car, and take a cab to school. When Wenya walked in, all the girls in the class moved away, even the ones who used to be close to her. Oh, hey, isn't that Summer? Wenya said in an exaggerated way, acting like she hadn't just seen him. Xia ignored her. He had no idea what she was planning. Are things getting worse and worse? Are you still wearing that same outfit from 3 years ago? Don't you know how to buy new clothes? Here, why don't I buy you one? You were my ex-boyfriend, after all, Wenya said loudly, making sure everyone in the class could hear her. Honey, I'll give you the money. You know I got it, Su Xiaozong said, pulling out a wad of cash and handing it to Wenya. Thanks, baby, Wenya said, kissing Su Xiaozong on the cheek. Birds of a feather flock together. Those two are a perfect match, Xia said with a slight smile. Chapter 64, There are beautiful women looking for. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Who are you calling a toad? Wenya shot back, glaring at Xia. The shoe fits. Xia replied casually, sizing up the stranger in front of him. You should take a good, long look at yourself. Landing me as your boyfriend would be the highlight of your life. Wenya spat out. Man and toad. Not exactly a brag-worthy tale. Xia chuckled, shaking his head. You're the toad, and don't even think about comparing yourself to me. You're going downhill fast, looking worse every day. Bet you can't even get a girlfriend, right? Wenya sneered. Girlfriend? I've got a whole harem. Xia shot back. Ha! You? A harem? What would you even use to support one? And if you did manage it, they'd probably be kept by some old geezer. Wenya roared with laughter. Compared to her, you're plain. Xia Xia said flatly. Did you just call me ugly? You're not worthy to even think I'm ugly. I bet you've never even seen a woman more beautiful than me. Wenya said dismissively. I see one every day. It was true. Summer was constantly surrounded by beautiful women. While Wenya wasn't bad-looking, she couldn't hold a candle to the likes of Yi Qingxue. Yeah, right, you see me every day. Keep dreaming. If you know a woman prettier than me, I'll eat something. Wenya howled with laughter, as if he'd told the funniest joke ever. She clearly had no idea who Xia Xia knew. Knock, knock, knock. Excuse me, I'm looking for Summer. A stunning woman appeared in the doorway. She was graceful, elegant, and radiated wealth. Her looks and poise were off the charts. Even big-name actresses on TV couldn't compare. Everyone was speechless. Wenya looked like she'd been slapped. It was obvious to anyone that she was outclassed. She didn't even dare to meet the woman's eye. Su Xiaozong's jaw dropped. The woman was ridiculously beautiful. All the students exchanged knowing glances at Wenya. She just bragged about how Xia Xia couldn't possibly find a girl prettier than her, and said she'd eat something if he did. And now, this woman showed up. Xia Tian slowly stood, walked to the door, and passed Wenya. Don't overdo it. Wenya's face turned ashen. Who are you? Xia Xia asked the stranger. Doesn't matter. Just see if you recognize this. The woman held out a small, red toy horse. Xia Xia froze. He knew that toy. Come with me, the woman said. Just then, Xia Xia's teacher walked in. Summer, I was just looking for you. Here's your admission ticket. Thanks, Teach. Got something to do. Gotta run. Xia Xia took the ticket and followed the woman out. He climbed into a Mercedes-Benz, and they sped away from the school, clutching the little red horse. Xia Xia was filled with anticipation. It had been a year since he'd seen brother Xiaoma. He'd given Xiaoma the horse. Brother Xiaoma was his sworn brother, a kid his father had found and taken in. Xiaoma had been covered in injuries, and his father had nursed him back to health. Xiaoma had lived with them for a year before disappearing. They hadn't seen each other since, after his father's death. Xia Xia didn't have many relatives left. Besides his aunt, cousin, and the mother he'd never met, there was only brother Ma. They'd been inseparable as kids. If anyone messed with him, brother Ma would get even. If someone threw a punch, brother Ma would take the hit. Xia Xia saw brother Xiaoma as his own flesh and blood. He'd asked his father countless times where Xiaoma had gone, but his father always just shook his head. The car pulled up to a familiar restaurant, the one he'd eaten at yesterday. The woman led Xia Xia next door to the same private room, and when she opened the door, Xia Xia saw a familiar face. The guy who'd driven Su Liang away yesterday. Brother Ma. Brother Ma. Xia Xia said hesitantly. Xiao Tian. Brother Ma smiled. It's really you. It is you. Xia Xia exclaimed, thrilled to hear the long-lost nickname. 10 years, and you look more and more like your old man. Brother Xiaoma gave Xia Xia a hug, a proper brother's hug. Brother Ma, you sly dog. Xia Xia said, beaming. The woman sat down next to brother Ma. Let me introduce you, this is your sister-in-law, Zi Hui. It was the same woman who'd come to the school to find Xia Xia. Sis, Xia Xia greeted her, grinning. Your brother Ma talks about you all the time. I didn't expect you to be so young. Hui smiled. She was brother Xiao Ma's girlfriend and assistant. Brother Ma was 7 years older than Xia Xia, making him 25. Compared to him, Xia Xia was young. Brother Ma, what have you been up to all these years? Xia Xia asked. Went back home to take care of some family stuff. I recognized you right away yesterday. You and your old man are like 2 peas in a pod. Brother Xiaoma said casually. You've changed a lot, too. Besides your eyes, you're a different person. Xia Xia remembered brother Ma as a kid, and he was almost unrecognizable now. the brothers spent the time catching up, and Xiao Ma was deeply saddened to hear about Xia Xia's father. He immediately offered to have Xia Xia move in with him, but Xia Xia declined. "Your dad never let me remember how to get back to my place, so I couldn't look you up." When Xiao Ma lived at their house, he only knew that they were in Jianghai City. Beyond that, he knew nothing. "Dad was always like that," Xia Xia said, unsurprised. His father didn't have friends, and no one ever came to visit. "Your phone," Huai said, handing it to Brother Ma. "Hey, what's up?" "Pony, Dad's gout is acting up, and I'm stuck on a job. Can you give me a hand and pick him up?" "No problem. I'm on it." "Thanks, I owe you one." After hanging up, Brother Ma stood up and said, "Brother, come with me." "Sure thing," Summer replied. "Go get some supplements ready for me." "This is Xiangto's old man," Brother Xiao Ma told Huai softly. Chapter 65, Take Action. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Summer's right around the corner, which means college entrance exams. "So, where are you thinking of going?" Xiao Ma asked. "Seriously? You think I'm a dummy?" Xia Xia said, a little bummed. Right. With your godfather breathing down your neck, what was I thinking?" Xiao Ma chuckled. He was always amazed by how much Xia Xia had to learn growing up. Lucky for him, their godfather hadn't put him through the same ringer. "What are you up to these days?" Xia Xia asked. "The usual grind. You saw yesterday, it's all developers and trying to score deals on building materials," Xiao Ma replied, smiling. "Building materials? How'd you get into that?" Xia Xia wondered. "Let's just say I can get my hands on steel and I know a guy." Xiao Ma didn't spell it out, but he made it clear he was doing pretty well. "Wow, impressive," Xia Xia said, genuinely admiring him. Xiao Ma was only 25, and he was already killing it. It's okay. I've got pull with the developers, sure, but I still gotta play nice with some other folks." Xiao Ma didn't name names, but Xia Xia figured he was talking about the local gang bosses. "Still, it's amazing. Most people our age are still stuck in school," Xia Xia said. "What's mine is yours. From today, you're the VP of Ma's building materials. Anything you want, I'm your man, except, my wife," Xiao Ma joked, slapping Xia Xia on the shoulder. "You're the only family I've got." "Nah, that's cool. It's your thing, Ma. You're the closest person I have, but I'm not gonna take your money." Even though Xia Xia saw Xiao Ma as his own brother, he'd never freeload. "Whatever you say. Just know that if you ever need it, it's all yours." Xiao Ma didn't push it. He knew Xia Xia was stubborn. They parked in front of a huge villa. "Hold up, they have a driver and a maid. Why do they need us to take the old man to the hospital?" Xia Xia asked, confused. "The driver and maid can't exactly pull strings, can they?" "Me showing up cuts through a lot of red tape," Xiao Ma explained. Xia Xia nodded. "Good point. A big shot personally finding a top doctor and a good room for his dad. Yeah, that could raise some eyebrows. How much did he embezzle?" Xia Xia asked, looking at the mansion. "Not a dime. If this was about money, it'd be easy. This villa belongs to the Xiang family." Inside, the old man greeted Xiao Ma warmly, like they were old friends. Xia Xia frowned when he saw the old man's condition. "Don't touch him." "What's wrong?" Xiao Ma asked, surprised. He'd been about to have the servant put the old man on a stretcher. "He's had a bad reaction to something he ate. If we rush him to the hospital like this, he's a goner." Xia Xia reached out to take the old man's pulse. "Seriously?" Xiao Ma was worried. If anything happened to the old man, his deal with the Xiang family was dead. The old man's face was turning green, and he was gasping for air. Xiao Ma was starting to think Xia Xia was right. Xia Xia tapped the old man's stomach, then suddenly picked him up and started running around the room. "What are you doing? Put him down!" the servants yelled. "I'm Mr. Xiang's personal physician. You're making things worse." Mr. Xiang had his own doctor who'd already checked him out. That's why he was pushing for the hospital. Cough, cough, star. The old man coughed violently and spat something out. Immediately, his color improved, and he started breathing easier. "Thank you, young man. You saved my life." Everyone was stunned. "How did you do that?" Xiao Ma asked, amazed. "He had a stroke, yeah, but with proper care, he could live another year or two, easy. The real problem is the shellfish he ate. Usually it's great for you, but for someone with a stroke, it's like poison," Xia Xia explained. "Sir, what did you eat?" Xiao Ma asked. "It was a snow toad. An old friend brought it back from his travels and insisted on making it into a soup." "Can I see that soup?" Xia Xia asked. The old man had someone bring it over. Xia Xia sniffed it, then told them to take it away. "Sir, how much do you hate this friend of yours?" "Hate? He's an old pal. Did he bring the snow toad over himself?" Xia Xia pressed. "His son dropped it off. Snow toad is already a cold food, but with those herbs, it can create a potent poison. Even a healthy person would be dead in a few months if they ate that," Xia Xia explained. "Thank you again, young man," the old man said. "Just lie still. I'm going to get your circulation going." Xia Xia started tapping and rubbing the old man's body. "That feels amazing," the old man said, like he'd never felt better. "You know medicine?" Xiao Ma asked, surprised. "My dad taught me a few things." Xia Xia used a special finger technique, focusing on pressure points to improve the old man's circulation. "Thank you so much. I feel like I'm completely cured," the old man exclaimed. "Whoa, not so fast. I just helped your circulation. You're not cured. If I had some acupuncture needles, I could get you back to normal in a year or so," Xia Xia clarified. "What? You mean you could actually cure me?" The old man looked at Xia Xia in disbelief. He'd been to countless doctors, and they'd all told him the same thing: they could manage the symptoms, but the stroke would always be there, getting worse with age. "It's possible," Xia Xia said, not wanting to make promises. But based on his knowledge of the human body, he was pretty sure he could flush out the toxins. "Please, young man, cure me." The old man started to kneel, but Xia Xia stopped him. "What are you doing? I'm not afraid of dying, but I can't die yet. If I do, the Xiang family will face some huge problems. It could ruin dozens of people. Please, help me," the old man pleaded. "Okay, but I need some acupuncture needles." Chapter 66, Bianque Magic Needle. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Xia Xia could see that this Xiang family was going to be a big help to Marco's business. If he could cure the old man, both father and son would be incredibly grateful. "I have a treasure hidden away, something passed down through my family." Mr. Xiang turned and headed towards his bedroom. He soon returned, holding a brocade box. Just seeing it, Xia Xia knew it held something special. "Sir, you can't let him do this. Who knows if he's a con artist?" Mr. Xiang's personal nurse stepped in to stop him. "I'm doing this willingly." Even though it was the first time Mr. Xiang had met Xia Xia, he had faith in his abilities. "No, absolutely not. If he sticks needles in you, I'm calling the cops," the nurse threatened. He was paid a handsome salary to look after Mr. Xiang, and he wasn't about to let some stranger mess with him. He wasn't about to let anyone jeopardize his job. Now Mr. Xiang was putting his faith in an outsider. Whether this kid could cure him or not was beside the point. This kid was a threat to his livelihood. If the kid could cure Mr. Xiang, he'd be out of a job. And if he couldn't, well, Mr. Xiang only had a year or two left anyway, but that was more than enough time for him to keep raking in the dough. Dr. Guo, what do you mean by that? When did you start running this household? Mr. Xiang asked, annoyed. Sir, you misunderstand. I'm just concerned for your safety. Dr. Guo quickly explained, then turned to Xia. Do you even have your own practice, a hospital or anything? No, Xia replied simply. And do you have a medical license? Dr. Guo pressed. No. Then what are you doing, treating the old man for free? I think you're a fraud. I'm calling the police. Dr. Guo pulled out his cell phone. Xia just shook his head at the man's antics. Dr. Guo, what are you doing? I asked Xia to treat me. Mr. Xiang frowned. No, I'm your nurse. I can't allow some guy off the street to treat you. Dr. Guo stood his ground. You're out of line. The old man snapped. You're fired, effective immediately. Ah. Dr. Guo was stunned, then continued, Sir, I was hired by your son. Even if I'm dismissed, I need to speak with him first. Besides, I'm here to protect you. I think Xiangtou would back me up if he were here. Bullshit. I'm his father, and what I say goes in this house. Mr. Xiang was furious. Sir, I still think you should check with Xiangtou. Brother Xiaoma said to the old man. He believed in Xia. If Xia thought he could do it, he probably could. But even the most advanced medical technology didn't have a 100% success rate. If something happened to the old man, Xia would take the blame. He didn't want to ruin Xia's life because of his business. I guess I've been too easygoing lately, Mr. Xiang said, glaring at Dr. Guo. Are you leaving on your own, or do I need to have someone throw you out? Hearing the old man's words, the servants and security guards began to approach. Fine, I'm going. Dr. Guo shot Xia a nasty look. Brother Xia, I apologize for that little scene. Mr. Xiang said, turning to Xia. Sir, you really ought to tell Xiangtou about this. My brother's not a doctor. If something goes wrong. So that's what you're worried about. Then I'll write a letter first, stating that if anything happens, Brother Xia is not to blame. Mr. Xiang actually wrote out the disclaimer. Time to get started. Xia opened the box. 12 silver needles lay neatly inside. The moment it was opened, Xia caught a whiff of traditional Chinese medicine, and the needles themselves seemed to have a kind of energy. Bianque divine needles. Xia exclaimed, surprised. You have a good eye, young man. But these aren't the real Bianque needles. Those wouldn't have survived to this day. These were made by Bianque's descendants, following ancient records, and carefully nurtured for decades. The old man said casually. They're still amazing. With these, I'm confident I can cure you in a month, tops. Xia said confidently. 1 month. Mr. Xiang's eyes lit up. Give or take. Ultimately, your body's just too weak to fight off disease on its own. I just need to reactivate your cells, and then your body can heal itself. Summer's treatment method was different from the hospital. Hospital treatment can only gradually weaken the antibody of the person/body/ in the body, but in Summer, the antibody of the person can be strengthened. Fight the disease on your own. Everyone in the room held their breath, even Xiaoma. The silver needles seemed to dance in Xia's hands, like snakes emerging from their holes, quickly entering Mr. Xiang's head. All 12 needles were carefully placed along Mr. Xiang's back. It all happened in less than 2 minutes, but Xia was already covered in sweat, gasping for air. Are you alright? Brother Ma hurried to support him. I'm fine, just exhausted. Xia felt that those 2 minutes had been more tiring than 3 hours of training. Seeing the old man sitting motionless, no one dared to disturb him. Brother Ma looked at Xia questioningly, noticing Mr. Xiang's stillness. Don't worry, it's working even better than expected. Just give it 10 minutes. Xia sat on the sofa, the ancient Buddha relic in his core replenishing his spent energy. The room was unusually quiet, everyone afraid to interrupt Mr. Xiang. Attention, occupants of the house. Release the hostages immediately. Drop your weapons and surrender. The sound of police sirens blared outside the villa. What the hell are those rent-a-cops doing? Sounds like they think we're being robbed. Brother Ma got up and headed outside. Hands up, or we'll shoot. Officer, that's him. He has an accomplice inside. Dr. Guo shouted from behind a patrol car. Chapter 67, Police Flowers Have an Appointment. You are listening at novelfull.audio. When I saw Dr. Guo, Ma realized he was the one who'd called the cops, claiming Mr. Xiang had been kidnapped. Ma threw his hands up, smartest move in this situation. Officers, I think there's been a misunderstanding. This is Mr. Xiang's house, Ma said calmly. Luckily, despite the number of cops, they hadn't called in SWAT. No misunderstanding. We know where we are. I'm a friend of Mr. Xiang. I'm not a kidnapper, Ma explained. We received a report that someone kidnapped the director's father. Mr. Xiang hasn't been kidnapped. Come on in and see for yourselves, Ma offered. You okay? The policeman glanced at Dr. Guo. Officer, don't listen to him. I'm Mr. Xiang's doctor, and here's my ID. Dr. Guo produced his credentials. Seeing the documents, the police officers took him seriously. The Xiang family was a big deal, connected in both business and politics. Messing up here could be a career killer. Arrest him. And you guys, go inside and make sure Mr. Xiang is safe. Ma didn't resist as 2 officers cuffed him. Then 6 officers charged into the house, and stopped dead in their tracks. Have some tea, Mr. Xiang said, pouring a cup for Xia. Everyone else in the room seemed occupied. Far from looking kidnapped, he was clearly entertaining a guest. Good tea, Xia said after taking a sip. The police officers at the door lowered their guns, looking confused. Care to join us? This tea's pretty good, Xia offered. Mr. Xiang, what's going on? We got a report you were kidnapped. Nonsense. Does it look like I've been kidnapped? But your doctor called it in. I fired him a while back. Probably just trying to get revenge with a prank. Okay, Mr. Xiang, sorry to bother you. The officers turned to leave. Chief, we got played. Nobody's been kidnapped. What? The police chief turned to Dr. Guo. Officer, don't believe a word they say. That guy doesn't have a medical license, and he's treating Mr. Xiang. That's illegal. He's a fake. Dr. Guo insisted. Chief, nobody's treating anyone. Mr. Xiang's just entertaining guests. You called in a false alarm. The chief exploded. Arrest him. You can let me go, Ma grinned. Sir, I apologize, the chief said personally. No problem. You were just doing your job, Ma said, not wanting to cause trouble. No treatment? That's impossible. I saw it myself, Dr. Guo yelled. Take him away. The police arrived and left quickly. They were from the local precinct, and when they'd heard it was the Xiangs, they'd sent everyone they had. Mr. Xiang, are you feeling better? Ma's first thought when he saw the old man was how much younger he looked. Even you can see it. I actually felt like my illness was completely cured, the old man chuckled. When Xia had removed the needles, he'd felt younger, without a trace of pain. Xia, you're amazing, Ma said, shaking his head. It's not that dramatic. It's just the initial effect. He'll probably have diarrhea tonight, Xia explained. Diarrhea? Yeah, the best way to get rid of toxins. It'll kickstart his immune system and help him eliminate the bad stuff. Thank you so much, Mr. Xiang said, refilling Xia's tea. Mr. Xiang, it's too soon to thank me. I need to give you acupuncture every 3 days. You'll feel much better after a month. Then I'm in your hands, Xiang said respectfully. Mr. Xiang, you're too kind. You're my brother's mentor, which makes you my mentor too. It's the least I can do, Xia said with a smile. You're humble and composed. It's rare to see that kind of character in young people these days, Mr. Xiang said approvingly. Mr. Xiang, now that your health's no longer a major concern, we should probably get going, Ma said, standing up. Why the rush? Stay for dinner, Mr. Xiang insisted. We'll take a rain check, Ma replied. If you insist. Keeping this thing is useless to me, so I'll give it to the young man, Mr. Xiang said, handing Xia a brocade box containing silver needles. No, that's too much, Xia said quickly. There are plenty of horses, but few good riders. This is just a decoration to me. It'll only be appreciated in your hands, the old man said lightly. I can't, sir. This is priceless for a doctor. Xia knew that if this set of Bianque needles went to auction, it would fetch an astronomical price. Don't say that, Xia. Are you looking down on me? Mr. Xiang asked sternly. Xia, take it. You needed to treat the old man anyway, Ma advised. Okay, then I'll thank you for your kindness, Xia said, nodding and accepting the box. The two left Xiang's mansion. Xia, you really helped me out, Ma said, clearly excited. You're my best friend, Xia said, leaving it at that. You are me, my big apple. Hey, who's this? It's Lin Bingbing. Detective Lin, miss me already? Miss you like a hole in the head. I need your help with something. Where are you? I'm on my way. Chapter 68, Make an Appointment. You are listening at novelfull.audio. What's up? Ma asked Summer. A friend needs me for something. Gotta go, Summer replied. Need a hand? Wouldn't say no if I did, Summer said with a smile. Alright, I'll give you a ride. Ma dropped Summer off at a coffee shop, where Lin Bingbing had arranged to meet. Over here. Lin Bingbing waved. Detective Bingbing, haven't seen you in days and you're looking even better, Summer said, his eyes bold. Can you not call me that? Lin Bingbing said, annoyed. Officer Nike. Try again. Officer Nike, Detective Bingbing. Okay, you win. Lin Bingbing was speechless. Your sickness seems to be getting worse, Summer said, looking her over. He'd noticed she was sick the first time they met. I'm aware of my condition. Don't worry about it, Lin Bingbing said coolly. Summer leaned forward, resting his chin on his hands, staring intently at Lin Bingbing. Why are you staring? Because you're easy on the eyes, Summer said bluntly. Okay, fine. Lin Bingbing sighed. Look, I need your help today. I know, Summer nodded. How did you know? Lin Bingbing looked confused. Summer reached out and touched Lin Bingbing's forehead. What are you doing? Checking to see if you have a fever. You called me earlier saying you needed something, Summer said matter-of-factly. Okay, will you help? Lin Bingbing asked. Nope. Summer shook his head. Why not? If you promise to be my wife, I'm in, Summer said, never taking his eyes off her. You're a scoundrel, trying to take advantage of the situation, Lin Bingbing snapped. Making you my wife would be saving your life, Summer said seriously. I don't need saving. Lin Bingbing knew he was trying to use the same line he had when they first met. Whatever, Summer shrugged. I don't need to give you my life to be your wife, Summer retorted. You're impossible. You're driving me crazy. Lin Bingbing exclaimed. Why am I impossible? Summer asked innocently, as if he were the victim. I knew you were a cheapskate. If you don't want to help, fine. I'll handle it myself. Worst case scenario, the bad guys get me. Lin Bingbing turned to leave. Wait. Summer called after her. I'll help, but you have to kiss me. Help me first, Lin Bingbing countered. Fine, tell me what you need me to do. Summer knew it had to do with the special operations team. It's a mission. I'm supposed to follow a guy named Wang Gang and find out who he's connected to. Lin Bingbing handed him the file, name, Wang Gang, sex, male, blood type, AB, alias, Huazi, fire duck, education, first grade, record, 3 arrests for theft, robbery, and indecent exposure. The file was simple, with a clear picture of Wang Gang. Why is your special operations unit handling this? Isn't this a job for the regular police? Summer asked, puzzled. The team leader thinks that direct police involvement might not be effective. That's when we step in, and then the police cooperate, Lin Bingbing explained. Still don't get it, Summer shook his head. It's simple. We help the police with the bigger cases, Lin Bingbing clarified. But aren't you a cop? Summer asked. Officially, yes. But I'm also part of the special operations team, undercover. Sounds like a hassle, Summer shook his head. Whatever, let's go arrest this guy. Hold on, do you even know where he is? Lin Bingbing asked, bewildered. Do you? Summer shot back. No. Then quit asking so many questions and follow me. Summer turned and headed for the door. Summer pulled out his phone and dialed Mr. Su. Mr. Su, where's the best place to find gossip? Gambling dens and drug houses. I'm on Tianshui Road now. Where's the closest casino? 7 blocks from you, down an alley. Tell them Mr. Su sent you. Got it. Summer hung up. Who was that? Lin Bingbing asked curiously. A friend. Seeing Summer was unwilling to say more, Lin Bingbing just followed. Wait up. What is it? Lin Bingbing asked. You can tell that she is a police. We're going to a casino. You can't just walk in there looking like that. We're trying to get information, Summer said. She's obviously a police. So what should I do? You got any cash on you? Summer asked. Yeah. Then give me back that grand I lent you last time, Summer said, looking at Lin Bingbing. Cheapskate. Here, Lin Bingbing handed him $1,000 bill. If you promise to be my wife, you wouldn't have to pay me back. After all, who makes you my wife? Summer tried to tempt her. Trying to bribe me with $1,000. Lin Bingbing gave him a cold look. Is that all I'm worth? A little less, Summer nodded. Stop talking nonsense. What do we do next? Lin Bingbing asked. We get you disguised, Summer said, taking her shopping. 30 minutes later, Lin Bingbing looked completely different. She was wearing an oversized t-shirt, super short jean shorts, and a pair of gaudy shoes. A bright green wig covered her hair, and she wore a smear of bright red lip gloss. Do I really have to dress like this? Lin Bingbing was horrified. Yep, Summer nodded. Fine. For the mission, I'll do it. Lin Bingbing gritted her teeth. She never imagined she'd look like this. It was terrifying. Hold my arm. Why? You have to make people think we're dating, Summer explained. Fine. Lin Bingbing took his arm. Chapter 69, God of Gamblers. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Xia led Lin Bingbing to the casino Mr. Su had mentioned. It was really just a dingy basement, with a few guys hanging around near the entrance, shooting the breeze. What's up? One of them asked, seeing Xia approach. Mr. Su sent me, Xia replied. And her? The guy eyed Lin Bingbing. My girl, of course. Xia wrapped his arm around Lin Bingbing, pulling her close. Lin Bingbing tensed, ready to pull away, but remembering her mission, she relented, though she did manage to give Xia a painful jab in the ribs. Pain and pleasure, all rolled into one, thought Xia, inside, the basement opened up into a warehouse-like space. Deeper in, an iron door led to the casino itself. The noise hit them first, followed by the thick cigarette smoke. "You got any cash?" Xia asked Lin Bingbing. "What for?" Lin Bingbing looked at him suspiciously. "To use." "No way, this isn't company money, it's mine," Lin Bingbing said, shaking her head. "Don't worry, if you lose, it's on me. If we win, we split it," Xia grinned. "Whatever," Lin Bingbing said, pulling out the 2 grand she had in her wallet. Xia grabbed Lin Bingbing's hand and headed to a craps table, where people were betting on the dice, guessing high or low. Go for the simple stuff. After the dealer shook the dice, everyone started throwing down their bets. "Big or small?" Xia asked Lin Bingbing. "I don't know how this works," Lin Bingbing admitted. "You gonna bet or what?" the dealer asked impatiently. "Of course. My baby mama here wants to bet on small, so small it is," Xia said, tossing the money onto the small space. "Alright, let's see, 1, 2, 4, that's 5. Small wins. We won." Lin Bingbing looked at Xia's winnings in surprise. "Come on, I'll show you something else," Xia said, leading Lin Bingbing to the other tables. "We're not here to gamble," Lin Bingbing whispered. "If you want to find this guy, just listen to me," Xia said with a smile, heading to a poker table. This game was a bit more complicated, with options to bet on the banker or the player. "See that guy over there? Sweating, shaking like a leaf. He's losing big time. We're gonna bet against him," Xia explained. "Sounds like a long shot to me," Lin Bingbing said skeptically. There weren't many women in the casino, and nobody here got special treatment. Any women were brought in by the men, and odds were that no one brought their wives. Unless you were crazy, you'd never bring your wife to a place like this. Xia smirked, noticing the guy's tell. He was definitely losing steam. "He's betting player. We're going all in on banker," Xia said, pushing all 4,000 yuan onto the table. "Aren't you gonna save some?" Lin Bingbing asked, worried that they'd lose it all. The cards were dealt quickly, and the banker won, just like Xia predicted. 4,000 turned into 8, the guy across from them was starting to sweat bullets. Another round of betting, 8 became 16, then .16 became 32,000. Finally, the guy couldn't take it anymore. He was tapped out. Seeing him head outside, Xia followed. "Damn it, can't win a single hand. What am I gonna do? This money's borrowed, with interest. I can't pay it back," Lai San muttered, feeling a knot tighten in his stomach. He'd borrowed the money hoping to turn things around, but now he was screwed. Interest payments were due monthly. Where was he supposed to find that kind of cash? The more he thought about it, the more anxious he became. He fumbled for a cigarette, but realized he didn't have a light. "No lighter?" "I got you." "Thanks." Lai San looked up and saw the guy who'd been winning all night. "I heard you know a lot of stuff, right?" It was Xia. "Who are you?" Lai San asked warily. "I need some information on someone. If you can help me out, this money's yours," Xia said, holding up 30,000 yuan. He'd scanned the place as soon as he'd walked in, looking for someone who seemed like a local informant, and he'd found him. "Alright, who you looking for?" Lai San grabbed the money. "Don't screw me over, or you'll regret it. I can give you 30 grand, and I can spend 30 grand to make you disappear," Xia said, trying to sound intimidating. He knew these guys were most afraid of the cops. Lai San's the name, information's the game. "Just tell me who you want, and I guarantee I'll get you the goods," Lai San said, sounding confident. Xia clearly wasn't law enforcement, so he didn't have anything to worry about. Huadu. Lai San blinked. "You're not a cop, are you? You ever seen an 18-year-old cop? What, did you hit your head or something?" Xia snapped. Lai San looked Xia up and down. He definitely didn't look like a cop. Huadu used to be just some nobody. Then, a few years back, he hooked up with some big shot. After that, he changed, started throwing money around like crazy. You know where he is now? Xia asked. I don't know where he lives, but I know he hits up Huitian karaoke every Sunday night. There's a matchmaker there who's an old friend of his. That's a secret I keep close. Lai San lowered his voice. Sunday, huh? Alright, the money's yours. If your information checks out, you can spend it however you want. Xia turned and pulled Lin Bingbing away. Once they were outside, Lin Bingbing couldn't wait to change out of the clothes she was wearing. Not bad, you've got a knack for this, Lin Bingbing admitted. Then how about a kiss? Xia moved his face closer. Don't get cocky before the job's done. Not a chance, Lin Bingbing said, stepping back. Fair enough. Then how about I join you at that karaoke bar on Sunday night? Xia asked hopefully. Chapter 70, The Most Stringent College Entrance Examination in History, Number 4. You are listening at novelfull.audio. I woke up at the crack of dawn this summer. Today was the day, the college entrance exam. He'd been waiting for this day for years. It was his father's dying wish that he get into university. When he got to the school and entered the exam room, he was shocked. There was only one desk with a number on it, meaning he was the only one taking the test in the whole place. What Xia didn't know was that the incident that happened previously had seriously damaged the reputation of Beijing University and had gone viral online. The 3 professors involved were immediately suspended after returning. In response, Beijing University contacted several other prestigious universities to investigate the matter together. Each of the 7 universities sent a professor to personally supervise Xia during the exam. If he still aced the test, it would prove that the 3 professors from Beijing University were deliberately trying to sabotage him, and they would be suspended for good. If he cheated, they could breathe a sigh of relief. After all, they did say things like, I can make sure you don't get a spot in your class. That when the exam started, it was just Xia and 7 proctors. They surrounded him, but tried not to stare to avoid distracting him. This is definitely interesting, Xia said with a smile. He took the test papers and started answering. Just as he expected, he could solve even the most complicated calculations in his head. All the questions were a piece of cake. He felt like his computing power was on par with a computer. Usually, advanced mathematics is the hardest part of the test, and nobody finishes early. The proctors kept a close eye on him. The room was not only signal jammed, but also had other interference measures in place. They were confident that no matter what tricks Xia tried, he couldn't cheat under their watch. But 30 minutes later, Xia handed in his papers. Finished? One of the proctors looked at him in disbelief. He probably gave up because he couldn't copy, another proctor scoffed. This one was a professor from Beijing University, a close friend of the suspended professors, and he was there to expose Xia's cheating and get justice for his friends. Moron, Xia muttered as he walked out. The first section of the exam was that easy. Since he finished so early, he had to wait for everyone else to finish before the second section could start. This wasn't a practice test where he could take the exams alone. To kill time, he wandered around the campus. He'd spent 3 years of high school there, but he'd never really explored the place. In the past, all he did was study and make money. Master, I'm here. Huadu Chili shouted, running towards him. I'm not your master, Xia replied. Yes, you are. I tried those 2 tricks you taught me, but they didn't really work, Huadu Chili said, looking dejected. He clearly saw how powerful those tricks were when Xia used them, but they just didn't work for him. You're an idiot, Xia stated bluntly. Did you have to be so direct? I admit I'm a little slow, but they say good teachers make good students. Even Hong Qigong's dumbest apprentice is still better than a cook's apprentice, Hot Pepper argued. So? Xia asked. You're so amazing. Even if I only learn 10% of what you know, I'd be happy, Hot Pepper said, giggling. What's that got to do with me? Xia Xia said, turning and walking away. Of course it matters. You're my master. If I suck, it'll make you look bad, Huaziro Chili said, following him. I already told you, I'm not your master. You're too young, Xia Xia said, not even bothering to look at her. He wasn't wrong that she and Huakist girl were sisters, they just didn't have much up top. Master, you used to say I was ugly. I already had my sister help me change that. Now you're saying my important areas are small, so I'm going to get surgery, Hot Pepper said glumly. She wasn't wearing her usual over-the-top clothes. You asked a tomboy to help you change. What were you thinking? Xia Xia admitted that the Fire Kiss girl had some looks, but she dressed like a tomboy. How dare you talk about my sister like that? If I tell her, you're dead. Then go ahead and tell her, Xia Xia said nonchalantly. I don't need to tell her, but you have to accept me as your disciple. Hot Chili thought she had him cornered. You'd better go tell her, Xia Xia said, heading back towards the classroom. You. Seeing that he wasn't budging, she stomped her foot in anger. The second exam was exactly the same as the first, proctored by the same professors. And just like before, Xia Xia finished the paper in about half an hour. Time flew by, and the first day of the exam was over. That evening, Xia Xia decided to go out and unwind. He'd been too stressed out lately, he chose a bar street. He walked into a random bar, sat at the counter, ordered a drink, and watched the revelry. He'd never been to a place like this before, except that one time with Lin Bingbing. Beneath all the glitz and glamour, there were all kinds of people. Xia Xia was just there to relax, so he didn't want to analyze them. He sipped his drink slowly. Hey there, handsome. First time in a place like this? A woman sat down beside him. You got it, Xia Xia said, turning to look at her. She was gorgeous. The dim lighting made her look even more alluring. Although she was wearing makeup, it wasn't overdone. She had a great figure, and her clothes were carefully chosen to create a unique look. Have fun, the woman said, slightly annoyed by Xia Xia's gaze, and turned to leave. Xia Xia ordered another drink. Hey handsome, how about buying me a drink? A young girl sat down beside him and intentionally brushed against his arm. I'm broke, Xia Xia said with a smile. Then I'll just drink yours. The girl grabbed half of his drink and downed it. She was doing this to indirectly connect with him. She was carefree and didn't mind that at all. Hey, that's her. Three men walked toward Xia Xia, and one of them pointed at the girl beside him.